Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Sketched out for a moment. Now, hello, David and her ladyship, Bassman's Oot Naboot. So won't be joining us. I believe you're aware of this fact. Now let me just get the link up. And done. Done. All right, there's the link. Now, today, I'm making a clock. Yes, I am. I got this just on a whim, and I wouldn't mind a clock on my desk. Note that's clock. Oh, oh yeah. Now, you good sir. Mm. There you go. Yeah, it's coffee time. Jump the gun to
Hello.
announce the process. So let's go through that again.
I had my tea.
Mm. Caffeine. Now, moving across. Oh,
You will be alone today.
here's some tweezers I dropped earlier. I see Wales got pipped at the post by Scotland in the
Yeah,
ruggers. That's unfortunate. I think it would have been good for Wales to win. They need the boost in confidence amongst their players.
but they was doing well in the beginning, and they kicked a penalty goal, and was going back, and they didn't. They just went zombie tones. Scotland just ran straight through and scored a try. No one realised what was happened until it's done,
Yeah.
and that was what
Now,
really killed them. Never mind.
look, I haven't moved the camera. Round we come. And up. Boom. Now these are all our parts. I put one part on already. Getting excited I was. These are for some reason in the Mercedes box. Don't ask me why I've done that. I can't tell you, so I can't give you an answer. Now, at least they're in the right lid. Apparently when it's finished, before I do that, when it's completed, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Hmm.
So there we go. That easy, theoretically. Now, our next port of call. Step one. I've done all the parts are pretty much labelled on the part, so it's hard to go too far wrong. And I need to get parts D2 and D4 put together. There's no glue required for this, which is kind of handy. Now I believe these are, yes, D is the black ones. Scissors would probably be a good idea. Unless I can peel these open. Yeah, I can, I think. Oh, that's jolly good. Alrighty. Now, I think that one was, regardless, hang on. D2 we're looking for. D2. And D4, which I'm guessing, correct. Now, they go together apparently. Now let's have a look at how they go together. Make sure we do it properly or it's going to look like a yutz. Now D2, according to this, should be yep, that's all very obvious because what they've done rather cleverly, I'll probably zoom in a bit. They've got the studs pretty clear and apparent, so you can't go too far wrong with that. I guess if you're doing a snap together, that's pretty essential, isn't it? And now we get the 45mm hexagonal shaft, which is a nice one, Rob, which is to be found. Give me a moment. Here is it. Or have I got it on somewhere? Have I got it somewhere else? I've probably got it somewhere else, because that's what I do, isn't it? Give me a moment. Are they in here? No. Give me a moment. Oops, just bumped the Italeri. No. No, not there. Not there. Oh, really, Rob? Where are the hexagonal shafts? So I require them. They're probably in the bag in front of me. You know that, don't you? Now, so I only remember opening one bag, being the one with the, well, now two with the. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. No. What the fucking Z? I mean, I suppose in a worst case scenario, I can get on with the car, but I want to build this. Now, because the hexagonal shafts are a little packet that I know they're not in here. I have seen them. Hey, yo. Now, I can't believe it. What the fuck? Now, I'm just trying to think where I ought to put them. Let me go look again in that area. If I don't find them shortly, I'm just going to get back onto the car because this is annoying. And not really productive. Just annoying, you know? I bet you it's probably somewhere where I am looking currently, but sort of going to require rather more extensive searching. That's my guess. Really? What the fuck? What the fuck's that doing there? What's going on? Okay, now it looks like I'm jumping onto the car. That's a pisser. What a pain in the ass. That's just bizarre. So I looked at all the spots it should be in or could be in, and how to piss a man off real quick. Never mind. If I suddenly spot them, I guess I can get back to it. But that's annoying. Very annoying, in fact. One last look amongst this lot. Just because, you know, just because. Aha! I knew I'd seen them. Ha ha! Right. I can cease to be grumpy. This is good. Now, here we go. Now, we go and open. Come on. Now, happily, it even gives a thing for you to do a bit of a compare against if you're not sure what the size is. I believe this is our thing. Correctamundo. Right, that goes through there quite easily. There we go. And then that goes now. I might want to make sure I do not need the Mercedes assemblies. That's instructions. I ask. Now, let's make sure we get this the right way around, or we're going to be very grumpy. Right, and that goes into there. Right, yep. How does that go into there? That's there. That's not. Or do I need to go? Ah, I see. Oh, that's a bit empty. Okay. But that's got to go under there. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Not quite getting the spot. Well, come on now. I wonder if I can line it up that way. So that is, yeah, right. That's a little bit annoying as a methodology, but if that's the way it's set up, that's the way it's set up. There'd be a reason. There we go. All right, is that in as far as it can go? It would seem to be. All right. One. Next, we go. Whoa, this is a bit. Okay. We need two C6s and C7s to go together onto A4 and A1. All right, then that. Let's just get the first step of that out of the way. So our two C6s and C7s, which I would suggest. No, not there. Wrong one, bro. Aha! Correctamundo. Found him. Delay. I don't actually know that much about Da Vinci per se. Whoops, days my camera's gone to all sorts of angles.
Da Vinci.
Well, I might have bumped that. I'm going the wrong way, am I? No, because there's that. We'll go there with that. I know that he is regarded as. I know one of his big claims to fame is having mapped out the human body at a time when it was probably illegal to access the bodies to do so. But
yes, he went to the morgue. And,
yeah. Now I've just dropped. Aha! Oh, for fuck's sake, Richie. Oh, will you stop that knees-bent advancing behaviour? There we go. And we go.
we'll pop downstairs.
There we go. One. And I know he painted the Mona Lisa. What else did you do? Oh, and designed things. You got to ponder that the guy would probably these days have been diagnosed as being well on the spectrum. But I think that's probably true of a lot of historical figures. Now, all right. Now, in a minute, I'm going to do word of the day. Probably once I've got step 2 completed. Now, and they go on to A4, which looks like that. A 3, 4. Oh, it doesn't look anything like the way they've drawn it. Doesn't matter. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Sprue cutters. Oh, there they are. And I might just put these little array of shafts in the box because they're small, and if I lose them, it's all bad. All bad. Oh, there we go. Now, this naturally must fit. Making sure we get this the right way around. Yep. Oh, this is just too easy, man. It's kind of enjoyable on that front, you know what I'm saying? Just to shoot. Oh, wow, too far. Or is it? It would have to be all the way through. No, that goes all the way in. Or quite a way of the way in. There we go. I see. This is interesting. So we've got this little setup here, and I would suggest, not knowing, but that this is part of the pendulum mechanism we're setting up here. And that then goes on to A1. Oh, hey, Baz, how you doing? Now, this goes... Let's just check out the shape of one before I trim. All right, we're going to go boom. And I might just change the camera angle slightly. So we're a bit more there and zoom out just a touch. Right, so this now goes. I don't think it matters what end, or does it? Not very specific about it. The length looks pretty much the same. I think I'm being a bit of a drama queen. I am a drama queen. There we go. Boom. Now, next, A6. Being, I would suggest, yep. Oh no, that's A6. It's just my eyesight shit. Now, next. Oops, a daisy. Now, and that goes, again, wait, it does matter which way around. That's got the holes there. Oh no. Oh yeah. That way. It even says, be careful of direction. Points to this little bit here. Very good, sir. Now, which means this then goes in to here. Ooh, maybe not. Where else would it go? No, it does go in through there, I guess. Ah, I see, said the blind man. Okay, so we've got this through here. That thing goes. Now, and the camera's sagging, and I wish it wouldn't do that. Why does it do that sometimes? And how many times? Every time I say, "Oh, I'm gonna get myself another bone," I never fucking do. Now, that would be because I need this way. Now it's making it looking a bit more the way I think it should. Now, now we've got that done. So our next port of call. Let's just look up here. Ah, hang on, that doesn't make sense. Where am I meant to click that to? Oh, hang on, because it's fell off. So that goes through there. Ah, that's why. C4 goes on the end. Right. Okay. Now it's making sense again. Dealing. C4 being. Ah, no, that's not what they're. Now, excuse me a moment. Yep, C4. So where is? That's because that's piece A, you dingus. Ayo. Now that looks correct to me. Oops. Where I lost my place on the bloody sheets now. Really, Rob? Here we go. Here's where I was. Right. Okay, yeah, that's all correct. Good. And then that goes through there. Okay. Got it. Deary, deary me. Now, C4 is this part here. There we go. Click. And click. And click. And that then goes on to. They made it really easy to identify that you, or make it sure that you go on the right way, because they basically molded the ends of the clicking points together such that you can only go one way, if you follow me. Which makes it pretty straightforward. Now, next. Ooh, hang on. Now. How can you be careful? Hang on. I see. Right. There's a little arrow here to make sure it goes on that way. Or at least the bar goes that way. That matters apparently. So we'll bear that in mind. And this top part goes up here. This goes on to here, I believe. And that then goes into there. Wow. Oops, days. Well, hang on, maybe let's just check that. No, that's correct. And now we're looking for part A3, being that one I would suggest, because A3 came off the sprue. Am I correct in that assessment? I am. They say I'm just a pretty face. No, they don't. Bastards. Now, let's get a bit of space so we've got a bit of clarity here. Deedly. That's going to go that way. Very good. All right. Now, making sure that's the correct way up and that's into there. That actually is probably going to be easier than I expect, so I can just go here. That needs to go click into there. Come on. There you go. God, that's a wee bit snug. Now I can, to some point, do that while I'm there. Oh, I see what they're saying. Click. Ha ha. Now make sure that's got the arrow facing the right way. It does, and then that goes to there at the moment. I'm guessing this is just part of the mechanism that we're looking at here. I'll give you a quick zoom in. And not part of the stand. Now, our next port of call. Step 3. Done that. A2 then goes there. All right. So A is the brown ones, I believe. A2. Ah, I see how it's supposed to look. This is actually the top of the mechanism up here where the balls are.
Right.
Interesting. This is quite an intriguing little experience, I must say. Now, this goes into here. And in you go. Come on. Oh, there we go. Nice. Now. Now. All right. Next. Okay, so we're going to get B2. Move that aside for a moment. Okay, B2. Boom. Here we go. Am I correct? Looking for the B2. Correctamundo. Now what's way up do they want us to have that? Definitely. Aha.
Oh, yeah.
Now, then correct. That all looks good. A7 and A8 come next. Ah. Right. Okay, first, C17 and C16. Hello. There's the 17s. Where are the? This is another one of those moments where it's just that my eyesight is so bad it makes the 7s look, the 8s look like, or the 6s look like 8s, and yes, it is. God, I was always warned my recreational activities would make me go blind. It's true, you know. And as I always point out to people, at that stage, I could hardly see what was telling me anyway.
Sound. Hang on.
There we go. Had my headset drop out, as you might expect. Or might have gathered, more's the point. Now, whilst I quickly think, what letter were we up to? Oh, regardless, here's our here we go. It's totally not what you would expect. Okay, a lazy man's load. Now I'll tell you the images that go through my mind with that sort of a thing. But it's not what you'd think at all. Lazy people frequently take up more than they can safely carry to save the trouble of coming a second time. So what it is to overload yourself. Interesting. Here's a favorite slag off of mine that I rather like, though, and I'll share it because I like it. Lickspittle, a parasite or tail bearer. Now, some of those old school terms are absolutely hilarious, I've got to say. I think I've told you about in the Simpsons episode where Homer's mother appears. Now. So these need to be held together, does it? Is that the deal I've got here? Or have I just turned off two of the same? No, that's right. Or I'm thinking about it the wrong way. I'm thinking about it the wrong way. Yes, I am. That goes that way. Yeah, and then that goes that way. Yeah. Of course, because we need something to get the cord to move. Makes sense now. Anyway, at the and the thing that's more interesting or amusing about this little spiel from Monty is more not merely anachronistic terms, but the sheer fact that these things just don't even exist anymore. And he's at the post office anyway, and he's saying, "Wish to get this letter to the Prussian consulate in Siam. Am I too late for the 4:30 auto gyro?" And the kids look flicking through the books there. "I don't see," and a pimply face with a squeaky voice. "I don't see Prussia, Siam, or auto gyro." "Well, keep looking." But yeah, I just love that. Am I too late for the 4:30 auto gyro? Now these then get a little part put through them. See, but only after A7 and A8 are put on this part. There's little tricks, little bits of trickery that need to be done here. Now, now that's not the ones I'm looking for. These are the ones I'm looking for. And that's this sprue done, I believe. Boom. Now, better check. That's 7. Now 7 goes. Let's make sure we get this right. Oh, Jesus! Don't do that. Or you're going to be. I'm going to be grumpy. First, it goes upwards like that. Let's start with that, shall we? Now, where? Let's get this out of the way. Does that sit though?
Oh dear.
More cry. That's because it's not right, Rob. I see now. Oh, that makes sense. Yep, okay. What we do here, this is more of the mechanism we're assembling. There we go. There you go. One. It's all starting to come together. I'm seeing it. I think the bigger trick might be coming to setting the clock, if you follow me.
Does it actually work?
Fun? Yeah. That's one of the things I like about it.
Oh, good.
It's supposed to actually be ultimately a functioning clock. And that way I'll be able to have it on my modeling desk, which is just to the right of my computer desk, and have a clock that I can look at and go, oh, I built that, and also see the time. That's the theory. I could, of course, be absolutely full of shit in its capacity to hold time, and totally, but you get the theory. Theory. Anyway, C12 we're looking for now. Boom. Alrighty. Then we start getting some jiggery pokery we do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm starting to see it though. Now I'll do one. So you saw through there and into there. Now, which way do they want us to put these? Or doesn't it matter? Don't think it matters. No, they don't really get very specific about it. Okay, and the other one is there. Done that already. Right, let's trim that off. And then so this then goes into there. Now, after that, we go to I see. So, which order though? This is where it's probably going to get a little tricky. Here, where I've got to put all the wheels on, and onto here, but also onto there. Now, so what I'm pondering is, am I better off? Yeah, I reckon I am. If I put this on first, then I can probably put the other. This. I'll give you a zoom so you know what I'm waffling about. Okay. Oh, here we go. That's actually quite a. That's what we've got down over there. Yep. That's that part. Now, this part, being that, hang on, needs to go on top of that. But I've also got to put these wheels on, and I'm thinking that my best move is probably to put that on first, then put those on, because they remain on the top, so that's not going to make any odds.
Yeah, I think that's what to do.
So yeah, that's my theory. So I'm going to roll with that. Yes, I am. I'm going to try tightening this bloody boom up. Does it stop sagging? Now, to that end, good people. To that end, this needs to go there. This needs to go there. Ah, that's all very good. That's all how it's supposed to happen. Oh, look at that. I can see how this little pendulum thing does a bit of... So here we are thus far. That's... The top of the mechanism actually goes... Do I feel comfortable? I do. Now, here we go. I'll zoom out a bit. That's the top of the mechanism. This is part of the mechanism. We now need to put the... I'm not quite sure why they got us to do it upside down, if you follow me, but it might just be easy for ease of description, I guess. But that's all. Okay, next. Okay. We will go with a 34mm hexagonal shaft. Actually, no, we won't. What we're going to go with first is... and here's the gears, kids. Most of them, at least. Not that one. I have seen it. So what's around here? Aha! Aha! Now, so that gear is that one. I would suggest I might want to get some scissors onto this bag. Let's see if I can, or can I just do as I did before? Oh, gotta give them points for their bag manufacture in terms of aha, boom. Now how do I know I've got the right parts? The next salient point, but it's pretty clear to me that yeah. Now, so that would then go onto here, like so. Oh, all right. Now, then we go, now we start getting a little funky. D5. Goes into I'm not quite... Jig for assembly, remove after assembling. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about there. That can be either way. We'll continue on at D5 with the 31mm shaft. Alright, now D5. D7. D3. D1. Well, that's not helpful. Let me just make, 7. I think I see what they're talking about now. It's not a biggie. Now, maybe it's in here. D5. Let's have a look. How big is D5? Not very big. Oh. Or they'll just, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Now, let's see if that is D5. D6. And that's the jig thing, I think. Yes, I am correct. So where the fuck is D5? Oh, that is D5. It's just the... Let me just get my goggles on. Jesus, my eyesight is shit. No, I am correct. That is D6. All right. But there's still a damning indictment on my eyesight. But I was... Now, let's have a look again. Hang on. What's this? That's the... Oh, hang on. What's this? It doesn't say. That's convenient. Let's get D6. 7. Is it still on the sprue, perhaps? Probably not. Unlikely at best. If it was ever on a sprue. Now, hang on a moment. Let me just check something for my own edification. Okay, that's what we're doing. Let me just pick up what I dropped. Aha!
D5.
I think I may have found it. Maybe. Maybe. Now, the easy way to get to it, what's more, is to use my back scratcher. BG by G by Jingo by Crikey, I found D5. Yes, I
It was
have.
on the floor.
Now, that would, which way around is, I don't think it really matters. Is it, does it have a specific way they wish us to put it? Probably not. All right, not really. And that's fine. That, therefore, goes with the... Why would you need to do a jig for that? They're making people overthink shit, I tell you guys. Anyway, 31 mil shafts. Yep. And there we go. It's a bit tight. There we go. Now, okay. Now this goes in, or will go in. There we go. There's one. All right. That goes into there. Oh, we already done that. Now, so we go these. Now, something I need to check there. So if that goes to there, oh God. Just trying to. I think I see what goes on here. Let's have a look at D3. Yeah, there we go. It's D3, is it? Yes. That goes onto there and there. Right. D7 is our next port of call. Being this one, I believe. Correct. That will go that way up. Does that? It does have a thing with it. What one does it have? 34. Hexagonal shaft. Being that one or that one, probably I'd suggest. I have a bad feeling that I may have just used a incorrect. It's the 31. Jeez. I might need to yoink that out. That could be a bit tricksy. It's quite tight. Maybe not. This is feeling a bit more likely. And we're after the 34. Winning. All is well. D7. It's the hexagonal, correct. Which then goes. Hang on a moment. Am I jumping the gun? Shouldn't matter. Hang on, wrong way around, Rob. There. All right. And then 20 mil goes into D3. Being this one. I think that's D1. Meaning D3. And we're after the 20 mil, being the small one here. Alright. Now then, next we shall, this goes into, that goes into there. It feels very loose though. Maybe it won't once it goes onto here. Now, how big's that? And make sure I've got it the right way around would help too. Yeah, okay. No, that's not, that's got to, what the fuck goes on here? Oops a days. I see. I think anyway. So that goes right. Right. Now I would indeed be well advised to get this one in first. Because this, and we're going to need to, then goes to my, I think, there's a little mechanism. Aha! That interlinks with that. Ah, yes, yes it does. I'm starting to see how it all operates now. All right. Got them in position. Next. Optional assembly of gear. What the fuck is that? Ah. So where then? I'm not quite sure I understand why this is optional. If you want the clock to function, you're going to need to do this. So it has me going, why is it optional?
I see two displays, one static, one operational.
Pardon?
There'd be two operations, one static clock and one operational.
I'm guessing that's possibly the case. Now, so let me just check something a bit further down here. This is getting a bit freaky, but okay. All right. Okay, yeah, I think you are correct in your assessment there. If you do the optional part, it becomes functional. Otherwise, it does not. So, D1 goes. So where does D6 go? If D6. I think I see the deal here. You got options that the clock will move sort of like really slowly or every minute. Like it says here, 4:1. So one rotation is 1 click is 4 minutes, sort of a thing. Or you can do every minute, which is the way I will roll. That's what it looks like anyway. And then that connects to that. But then what is that? Another thing down here that has me going, in a manner that I do not like going, And let me just, there may be a perfectly sound reasoning to it. Might be for the stand, even. No, it is not. Give me a moment. All right. I think they may have just. So they've got D6 there, but they've got D1 at the same point. So that doesn't really work in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you what I mean. If you look here, okay, D6, there's your little curvy bits. Goes there. When they show D1, curvy bits, goes there. But there's only one set of curvy bits, if you follow me. So does each go there, or what happens here is the question I have. particularly as I know. Okay, no, okay, I see why that's there. That's okay now. I've thought that I can see that now. So you can see why I'm going. Well, do I put one or both? I'm inclined to think one. You would think. All right, let's do that. I think I've gotten my answer. I think. No use of that wonderful caveat. D1. It's the one we want. Boom. And let's see what goes through with that one. We're looking for the 31 shaft, of course. That makes sense. Now, that goes through here. Which then goes into there and onto that. Ayo. Ayo. That's okay. I think what happens is there's a thing that comes in, or a bar that sort of comes into here, and it all holds together from there. Or is it that way? All right. I believe that's how that rolls. C3. Now. Okay. There's supposed to be some rain coming today, and I don't think it's gonna. It's a bit of a pity. Wait a minute, what's this one? G6. Oh, that's right. We've gone through this palaver, haven't we? All right. C3. This thing goes on the inside there. Okay. Now, this being the upper, because there was a correct way around for this. That way, I believe. Hang on a moment, let me just move that around. I don't think it makes that many odds. I'm seeing a slight problem. Maybe. Oh, that should all be able to do that. Anyway.
Is there candle wax with it or something?
Pardon?
Is there a piece of candle wax with it?
What it does is there's a rope that goes with it and a pendulum and stuff.
No, so I might do. I need to rub around the parts, rub together. Just
I'm with you. Yeah, well, possibly should have thought about that earlier, shouldn't I? Really? Never mind. Now, C10 and C9. And we've got to get a core. Oh, wow. Okay. Now we get to a bit of intriguing stuff. So, how do they want us to... Let's have a look at C9 and C10. I've got to get a thread onto that. C10 and C9 being C9. And CC10. I can see why I can't see C9. It's come off the sprue. However, I would suggest that this is C9. Boom. Now, that being C10. Now, is there a point to thread through? There is. Does it come okay? Let me have a bit of a looky at this. No, I'm not seeing if there's a hole on this side. A hole on this side for where you're supposed to put the thread in here. And out there. And once you got the thread in, then I put C10 on. All right. Then that goes to that. All right. Yeah, okay, because I still haven't completed the mechanism. Here is the drill. There's a bit more to happen yet. And that then goes onto that. All right. Now the thread I have here. There's looking like there's two lots of thread. Yes, there are. Yes, there is. This is the long one. This is the one we're after. How do we get this out? It's not like I can cut it out now, is it? Jesus. Starting to get it now. Here you come. Here you come. All right. So, this, they're recommending the straight old-fashioned granny knot for this as an attachment mechanism, which I guess, yeah, whatever. So I can even get a start on that out here and then just yoink that in, so to speak. It's a remarkable thing, you know. The old granny knot does work. Sometimes with remarkable efficacy. Sometimes. I'm going to lose a bit of this, but I'm not sure if that's a disaster or not. Oh, dropping the cord doesn't help, though. Come here, you. Now, where was I? Here I was. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. It's annoying me. Got to get it into that one little spot, and it's being a bit cunty. That's my take on it. Now. Oh, come here, you. Stop that. Now. Aha, gotcha. But I'll trim that down, I reckon. Make sure it's inside there. Whip that around to there. All right. Now, scissors. Give me a moment.
Right. One piece.
Now then, next, we tie on what looks like a little anchor thing. Oops, a daisy. Oh, the anchor thing would be there. And indeed it is. Trim out that. And repeat process, except this will be easier. I don't have to be so exacting in its position. There we go. Oh, you can't have a thing. There we go. Let's stay there, damn you. Should probably have used one of my fishing knots. That would have taken care of business. But then there are rather different sort of knots. Not what they're suggesting either, so you know. Now, next, we go with that onto there. And with that on there, we attach B6. But first, and that goes on to here. Is that hexagonal? It is. Okay. There we go. Oh, you can't have that. Now you get back into position because now you get B6. Which I'm thinking. Let me guess. B6. Now this should lock it all in, I guess. And by the looks of it, I am correct. Now, that way around, is it? It looks that way. Ah. Oh, there we go. Right. Well, that's rather good. Well, it's already starting to get the look good. Boom. So that's the mechanism in place, sort of a thing. Now, almost anyway. There's still a bit more construction, or assembly rather. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we'll see how we go. So we've got all that happening. That's good. 7. That's nice and easy. As is the next stage. All right. So what we're looking for now, here we go. That goes that way. which would logically mean, well, yeah, bam, bam. And where have we got these? No. Hang on, where are they going into? Ah. Oh, that's why, Rob. Dingus. Now. Ayo. Now. Right, so that goes. Once you get one of these lined up, it'll be nice and easy. Aha. There we go. One. Now. Next.
Oh, hello, Baz.
Don't think this matters. Well, it does by that angle, but and we don't need those. Oh, in fact, I need to do something very quickly. Yeah. Oops. I don't need the inside of the spray. In fact, that may even get in the way, depending on. In fact, it probably would. Because how am I going to? I'd say that's would get in the way of the hands if I had them there. All right. Now this, it doesn't really well beyond the angle of the sprues. Here we go. Same drill. As soon as we get, oh, you can get back down to there too. By golly, that's not helping the cause. And you can right now. That's that. Now we thread. We put C19 and 18 together, and then we're going to thread. We'll put a thing on them, and a couple of other things are going to happen. All right. So, to that end. Oh, wait, I've got to put the base on now. So that's kind of cool. And 4. And obviously those. That's pretty easy. I mean, I've got to say, something you can assemble in what's been so far almost an hour and a half is not all bad, you know? And I'm guessing, let's have a look. That way up, boom, there we go. All right, yeah, these will be nice and easy as well. Don't reckon I'm going to be getting onto the car today, but that's fine. I've successfully made it. I will have successfully made a clock. Yes, I will. That'll be kind of cool. once I've got this on, we put that on the base, and then we've got it standing. And then we've got a few other little bits to do before we can. I wonder how you set the time on it.
You ring the automatic clock.
Pardon?
You ring the automatic clock.
Yeah. They don't have that over here anymore.
Don't they?
No. I think it's pretty shitful, actually, because it used to be really handy.
I thought there was still a number you can ring to get to the proper times. So.
No, not here. Here, you want the time, you go get fucked. Now, that goes that way. This comes up. And goes into there. Quite firmly. All right, so we're at this point now, guys. So it stands and everything. So we're getting there. Now, our next port of call is on this side. We're going to, this is 17 and 18, I believe. 18 and 18. I'm looking for 19 and 18, and I can guarantee you that's my eyesight being shitful again. Yes, it is. I'm correct. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I got that particular phraseology and toning from an episode of Yes Minister, where the minister's at this radio interview with a trade unionist and some other dude. But at one stage, the trade unionist trots out with a, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And it's just the way he says it, and with reference to the whole subject matter, you think, yeah, that's hilarious. It's just Yes Minister being, well, Yes Minister. Which I always found pretty tidy. What a load of imperialist claptrap. I think was the phrase that followed after that.
Be right back.
There we go. There we go. You know you want it. Right, so we've got this, a little weight. Then we get the short thread. I still haven't found out what I'm doing with the long thread yet. We'll leave that discussion there. All right, let's do this. And then we need to put the, oops, why does that look crooked? That's why. That looks better. Now, all right, now tie this onto here. Let me tie that onto there, being this.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you the other thread gets threaded through here at some point. That would make sense. Yeah, it's going to slide off. We'll do it that way.
It's working.
That was the blind hope. It was. Okay.
Okay.
One. Oh, okay, we'll do it that way then. 2. Come here. Don't you? Why, you little cunties. Itchy ear now, dear oh me. Now,
It's raining here again.
well,
But the good news is
supposed to be.
we're in double figures.
Well, they were forecasting up to an inch of rain, and then they backed that off to about half an inch, and now it's down to about a quarter of an inch. And frankly, I'm doubting it's even coming. No, not quite. What I might do, where are those tweezers that I had earlier? Aha. I want that. Gotcha. Gotcha. God, that was a pain in the ass. Now, where are those scissors? Here you go. Trim that extra bit off. Tie on the weight here. And then we put the hands on the clock. This one will be a bit easier because there's a bit more space to work with. Oh, you can't have a thing. Yoink. All right, I'm going to try a fishing knot on it. It's going to be tricky. But if it doesn't stay put, I've got a very, very big problem. There we go. Come on through there, you bitch. Come on. Don't give me that. Here's the problem. You get through there, thank you. Son of a bitch. Hang on. There's another way. And now I've dropped an important part, but at least I can feel where it is. It's at the base of my foot. Oh, you can't. Maybe I can. Aha. No, that's not going to hold. Or will it? No. No, it's coming off right now. Can't. And where's it threaded to? I might need to get some more cotton. Do I have any? Don't think so, unfortunately. Well, actually, I might have. Oh yeah, see, what's happening here is every time I cut it, it's splitting. Is the inherent problem here.
You got some glue?
No, it's not. No, it can't be glued on, I don't think.
No, it's just glue along the thread a bit, and it sticks the thread together. Then you cut it, and it keeps it together. Then.
Wish I thought of that.
like
It's a bit
super
late now, I think, mate. I think what I'm going to have to do is get myself some new... Oh, yeah, that's fucked. I can't use that. That's nonsense. Give me a moment. You know, we might be in luck. Knowing how long it's got to be. Because, let us see, I have at my knees my mum's miniature box. Now,
always have a house mother's kit with you.
let's see if there is, conveniently, any thread in here. No, there is not. No, that's fucking annoying. Well, not there's no, but you know what I mean. What I'll do, I'm just trying to think if I've got any, if I would have any in my. There is somewhere else. I'll have a quick look. If not, what I'll do is I'll have to get some cotton today. I've got to go to the shops anyway, and finish this tomorrow because it's going to take about 10 minutes, I reckon. There's a couple of things I can still do even now. Like, for example, yeah, I've just got to get some more cotton. That's annoying. Never mind. Like putting on, why does that need to go there? Let's see, that's 11, which will go on thusly. Yeah, right. So it's 2, 3. That then goes on here. I guess I see how you can adjust the time quite easily. But, and then do. So yeah, once I get the that cotton threaded, it's a simple matter of tying that on, putting on, putting some. Oh yeah, that's interesting. And basically then to do a few little things that will get this going in about 10 minutes, basically. Theoretically. We'll leave that discussion there, you know what I'm saying? But if I get the cotton, which won't cost much, I will hopefully, well, I might even knock it off today just because, you know. In fact, I would go so far as to suggest there's a very high percentage chance of that. Because then I can start the stream tomorrow and say, finished it, look at that. And that would give me a warm, fuzzy glow. Yes, it would. But I can show you what it's going to look like. Well, you can already see what it's going to look like, basically. Hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
So yeah, it's a pretty easy operation. When you, if so long as you don't thread, you cause your cotton to fist fuck you. But on the other hand, I'd be willing to bet that the cotton I'll get is probably going to be better than that anyway.
Yes.
I think. There we go. That's just a lock. All right. Well, that's not an entirely unhappy sort of outcome on the whole. Not, like as I said, notwithstanding the realities of needing to get some cotton. Oh my, the pain of it all. But yeah, so hopefully, actually, maybe I'll. Yeah, that's probably a better viewing of it. You can see it from top to bottom there.
Right.
Yeah. I'll expect tomorrow when. Clearly, moving the mechanism does have some impact on it. That one's not. But then I think there's a couple of other things that need to go on to make the mechanism move properly. You know what I mean? Be that as it may, what I reckon I'm going to do is probably wind up the stream there for this morning. Oh God, where's that? Oh, there it is. No problemo. If you want to give us a flick at what you've been working on, there's some solo screen for you. Oh, interesting. Yeah, right.
Spitfire.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still on. I couldn't find the beginning I was searching for. I'm still on the second part. I was supposed to put this bar in between there, but like that.
Yep.
But I can't get it in the slots. I've been trying also. I think the slots are a bit tight. Yeah. So it'd be end up.
Interesting.
So, yeah, no better pictures of it. But, yeah. Let's see if we can fix this one.
Alrighty. Now, oh, there we go.
That's what it's supposed to end up like.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Alrighty.
The other thing I finished.
Oh, hang on. Oh, your Ferris wheel. That's cool.
It goes. Trouble is, this is a bit close, so it's knocking that. So you can't go backwards anyway. So
nice one.
That was,
cool.
That didn't take long to do.
Yeah, it's a bit like the clock I've been doing, really.
But, I was up to I was chatting to a couple of blokes to about 4 o'clock yesterday morning. I had to get to bed to have an hour's sleep because I had to be up at 7. So, yeah.
Anybody who says they haven't done that is lying. I used to do this thing where I don't know if you're familiar with, and this is a very old school Xbox game called Tenchu. You could be a ninja. It was quite realistic.
Oh,
and
yes.
when you went through on your missions and you took out the guards, you had to be do full leopard style. Wait your moment, bide your time, and until you did your kill. And the thing being, this would take ages. And I used to get home from work about 1, and I'd start playing, and then I'd start seeing the sunlight creep through the windows, and it'd be like, ooh. And I've got to be doing stuff I better go to bed. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We do appreciate it. First time viewers, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Follow, like, or subscribe. It's a very simple equation. Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and follow, like, or subscribe. All right. Now, tomorrow, I reckon I'm going to be on earlier than that, the earlier time of 7:30 for me, so half an hour earlier, because I've got to go for a dental appointment at 10:15. So normally, if I do a full 2 hour sort of a thing, it'd be like 10 o'clock. So you get the idea.
I got a pair of pliers.
A bit of leeway, a bit of time to do stuff. All righty. Now, with all that said, that basically all that I can really finish up with is that. We'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and the same kit channel. And catch you good people then. See yous.
Bye.